don't know if you guys can see it, but like in the top left corner, it says live on YouTube. Can you see that?
Oh, on Zoom, you mean? Like not in the app? Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking in MoveSpring. I'm like, I don't see that.
I know. I'm like, I don't see anything in MoveSpring yet.
Okay, hold on. Because now we're on YouTube, so let me mute that. And then let me just share. Hold on a second. Okay, so it's been successfully uploaded to MoveSpring. So there's about a 10-second delay from our Zoom to our YouTube and another 10 seconds from YouTube to MoveSpring. So if you're in the test, if you just like refresh the test, you'll see that. So if you refresh your test event, you'll see under content, it says overnight testing. You see it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's go in. So we're live. Right?
Wait, hold on. Go back.
So there's about a 10-second delay from our Zoom to our YouTube.
Sorry, I went into the YouTube, but I just muted.
Same.
Oh, there it is. How come? So do we not get, I mean, I wonder if, did anyone not have the app open? Like, I'm curious if you get like a notification when something has been added, or do you have to like do something in the settings so that there's a notification either like in the activity feed or like a push notification? Is there a way to manage that?
I don't know the answer to that, but I will look in the admin side in the settings. And I do think it also depends if people have push notifications. Like I have push notifications on, so like when someone asks me to be my friend, I get that notification. But I don't know, like, I don't know if I would get a notification for this because I've been in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like went in the app and it said like you unlocked like a new, like for the new milestone for the test. So it
should just be like in the content area, not the milestones.
Yeah,
It is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
I wonder if I see here, I'm looking in the admin also, and I see it doesn't look like you have much control over the individual. Ooh. Oh no, it doesn't let you like create like how this is pushed out. The only thing it looks like you can do with the content is to like mark it complete. So as we start adding things, or like if people view it, it looks like we can allow them to like check it off, which we may want to do for the regular thing. But I do wonder, and the whole part of the reason I ask is because like I know that with the Donor Drive app that they're rolling out, one of the things that they plan on doing on their scheduled notification updates is like having it where you can, you know how like with notifications now you can choose the notification type. So like, is it going to be a tweet or a badge or whatever else? Well, now they also they're going to let you do it for mobile and decide if it's like an activity feed notification or a push notification also, or both. So you can decide like, is this something that's like important that needs to pop up, you know, versus, and maybe like you said, Erin, it might just be people's app settings as well. So maybe, you know, maybe we'll have to like play around with our app settings and just see if you're like just publishing test content, if like anything pops up when we're not already in the app.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool that like you can view all this.
Yeah, so like, and there is a delay, so I think we need to be very aware of that.
Yeah,
you know, just in terms of and
it's like more than 10 seconds. Sorry,
yeah, oh no, it's okay.
So I tried to time it, and I think it's 10 from Zoom to YouTube, and then another 10 to MoveSpring, so it's like 20 from here to MoveSpring.
I see.
Yeah, I think about.
Yeah,
it
looks like that.
Well, that's fine. That's good to know, because like if on event, if we do some of those activities and somebody does something totally inappropriate and we need to just pull it off of MoveSpring real fast so that not everyone else can see it, then we could do it. I mean, hopefully that won't be an issue at all, but
yeah, just something to, I think just in terms of timing for the actual program. That's all.
Yeah.
And who's going to be monitoring like comments and stuff? Is that
Um,
just the coaches, or do you need help with that?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so I'm not sure. Actually, I was gonna say, so if you guys can see, you can like the video, and then you can also just like click on the video,
Yeah,
and it says add a comment in blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can add a comment through MoveSpring. So like, and then so I'm not sure if you guys can see my comment, but I just sent one. And what you can do is like, if you want to watch it at the same time as the comments, you can just click on this weird. So like, there's like a weird like
Do you need help with that?
slowly, yeah, sorry, Amanda.
I'm like, that's me.
there's there's like an icon that you can click on the actual video that pulls the video out on your smartphone, so you can see the chat while you're watching the video. Do you
Yeah, I
that?
see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love
I'm
this.
not sure what we would call that though, to let people know.
No, I think you just gonna have to do a screenshot and like
Yeah.
circle.
Okay. That is so fair.
That is so cool though. And it has admin by us. So that's actually good, because if anyone on the team is monitoring comments within the app that day, then you'll kind of know like
Yes.
who's an AFSP person, I guess, versus, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
assuming that will appear on everyone's, even if they're not like an admin user.
Yeah, I think, yes. I think in terms of day of for comments, I haven't put that much thought into it, but I think like if we're all on, that would be really helpful, just in case. But because like Sam and Heather will be doing that, so we'll all be doing that live Luminaria piece. So we'll want to make sure that everyone has eyes on the comments. And then Sam and Heather will be doing their live, like feel good self-care activity. So I can monitor comments with someone else during that time. I'm going to be on everything, like on Zoom for everything, just as for like tech stuff to make sure everything's connected.
I love this. This is so cool. This is great.
Yeah, I think it is really cool.
I've also noticed that chat is open when you go into YouTube.
So like when you click on the video from the app.
Yeah. I just wanted to mention that because people will probably be chatting in there too.
Okay, so,
Do you
so
have to
double
be-
the chat.
Do you have to be logged into YouTube to be able to like add comments or anything, or no?
I'm not logged in right now and I
Oh.
see it. So I don't know if there's a way to, I don't know if you want to turn it off, like when you're, I don't know if there's a way to do that. Like,
I don't see it on mine, but I'll look into it. to
oh,
see
you
if there's a
don't?
way to-
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't see it
I
either.
just see add a comment in blue. Like these are all like YouTube videos. I don't see any chats, but I just see add a comment in blue.
Oh, well, I'm on desktop is where I'm looking at it.
Oh.
Same, I'm seeing it too. But when I click to add a comment, it says create a channel to join the chat. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It says
that's
to
good.
sign in if you try to chat. Okay. So if people are signed in though, they will be able to.
Yeah.
It's weird, but I'm already signed in. And it's still
Oh.
giving me that.
Oh, okay. Well then,
I don't know.
that might be confusing for people then. I don't know.
I honestly think a lot of this is going to be confusing for people just because of our demographic. Because sometimes not everyone is the brightest crayon in the box. That's okay.
Also,
But-
if they're mainly doing it on the app, then obviously it won't be a problem. But if people are on desktop, I just wanted.
Well, and I guess how are we going to share this with the people who like to make it available, because for the people who are not on the app? Are we gonna like,
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier.
so do you have this as like a YouTube channel? Like, will there be a way to like give people a link to this page, you know, that day or like that morning or something? Or do we want to create a page within the overnight site that is like the event day, like the program page that's only available for like logged in people or something? Or I mean, maybe they don't have to be logged in at this point. Does it matter? Or like day of? Because, you know, so like if anyone wants to watch it, because I don't know if it mattered that much like last year where you had to be like logged in, you know. I mean, I think if anybody wants to watch the program live and they're not going to be able to like come onto Zoom or like have the full experience if they're not registered, right? But like I also don't want to create any barriers to entry for anyone who is registered, who can't figure out the technology side of things. So if maybe like the day before we're just like, here's your event day landing page, here's where things will be. You got that. So when you linked this to MoveSpring, I'm guessing in Move Spring, it's just asking for the YouTube link, right? So like
Mhm.
can one of us also, like, if you, and is there an embed link or something that you can chat us that would allow us to embed that into a donor drive page also, so we can keep updating that page? Or like, will we be like, what I think would be almost better to do is have, I guess this is just going to depend on like how we're putting together the whole program, including the pre-recorded content. And this might be like where even something like StreamYard comes in. Like, I don't know what will work best on Donor Drive. And Meredith, you probably actually have a better idea, but like, what I'm afraid of is, we know from last year that like it takes a while for the Donor Drive page to update. So if we're
Yeah.
embedding each individual video, then people are going to get confused, or it's not going to update in real time. So like, it would be better if we had just like one almost like playlist or event program thing going, where even if like when we're not broadcasting something, there's like a "will be returning shortly" or something feed where like we can go. This is kind of where I do wish we were using Social Live, because I know
Mhm.
there you could go back and forth between like live and on-demand content, but you can do that with StreamYard too, right? So should we be looking into that for any reason, or is that adding like one more hiccup on it? Because I think StreamYard, we could be on Zoom and it would also still broadcast to YouTube.
Yeah. It goes to YouTube or Twitch or Facebook. I don't know. I can't
Oh yeah, I
remember.
think it goes to Facebook as well.
There's a third one. But I mean, but if you're promoting Move Spring, it seems like it should. Is that what you're?
Well, like, we want everyone who's using the app to be able to stay within the app, but we
Yeah.
also know that like it looks like maybe a quarter of the participants are downloading the app and using it, right? So like for everybody else who's like,
Oh,
I don't
you're
know how to
saying
do
for
that, like,
everybody else.
yeah, like, because basically what I think we want to do is just create a page within the overnight site, so we can just say like, here's the link here, you can come here tomorrow, and here's where the day of program will be.
Yeah.
Just so that
yeah.
for anybody who's not as technologically inclined, there's a place that they could go and share it with their family or whatever else, and just view the program without necessarily being able to participate. But I was trying to figure out the best way to have just one broadcast on the overnight page, so that we're not trying to keep updating a video feed. So that's where I was thinking that maybe if we did it through StreamYard, we can embed that stream, just one stream on the overnight page, and that would constantly update. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. And the only issue is that, of course, YouTube was still giving so many problems for streaming on Donor Drive. Like, it wasn't working. So
Wonder
that's
if,
the only thing.
yeah.
It works when you have a pre-recorded, but streaming is still giving. And of course, that was that whole thing. Remember with Ryan that I was telling you guys about, where I was the one who kept finding the issue, and he kept coming back with, well, it's an issue. I'm like, I know. It's still an issue. Like, anyway, and they've never said that they've been able to like fix it. Like, you have to be like a channel that has a certain number of followers to be able to do it, and all this kind of crap. So I honestly, I don't know if you want to do it that way.
What if,
That
sounds horrible. What if,
no, because the last thing you need, I mean, you could test it
Yeah.
on the Donor Drive page, like turn on the streaming and see if it
Yeah.
works. But whenever I tested it, and I tested it with StreamYard, I tested it without StreamYard, I did all of it, and it never worked. Like, the live connection never came onto the page.
I
So if you
wonder
do a pre-recorded thing and put it on the page and tell people they can watch it, that will work,
Yeah.
but not. I mean, at least the last time I tried, and it's been maybe like a few months. So
I
Wasn't
wonder
there like a workaround last time where it was like if you streamed one to like something else and then streamed that, it worked? Or did I just completely imagine? Because I'm remembering when like staff were trying to like set all this up for the virtual events.
yeah,
think-
so if it was pre-recorded, it works. It's the live that doesn't.
Okay.
Like, or and then I think it was like embedding, like Ryan figured out like how to do it by embedding code. So maybe if you do it that way, but it also like didn't totally work, like for some people, like, so yeah.
I honestly wonder if like the week of the event, we just share the move, like we say, like, this is the Move Spring desktop portal. And, you can watch all the content the day of the program here. You just need to log in with your donor drive, like sign up with your donor drive information.
Yeah, that's you're completely right, Erin. I think that
Right?
we had talked about. I'm just double checking to see if we can view the content from the portal right now.
Mhm.
Which
Looks like
I see. Oh, I'm looking at the. How do I get myself out of the admin part?
I just open a new tab. Like I open a new tab and just type in Moonspring. It takes me
Oh,
to, like, my
okay.
dashboard.
That's because as
But-
long as people could do that, you're right. We'll just give them instructions for how to log on. They're logging in with their overnight credentials and they can view it in the MoveSpring desktop. And I think that's going to be the easiest way to go for sure.
And what a great way to get people to be like, oh, there's a map and I can like, maybe I should use this today, you know?
Right.
The only thing is it does not actually look like you can see. I can see the milestones here, but I don't see content.
Meredith and Billy are using the desktop, right?
Yeah. And I don't think I'm in as admin.
But do you see content? You see the content in the desktop?
Yeah.
Oh, where did you find it?
It's just when you go to one active and it says test and it's right next to the map.
It says overnight testing, and then there's like a video of us right now.
Oh, I see. I had clicked on the journey. Ah, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
There's
I
a green
see.
button too that says
Yep.
view all content. You can see my past tests too.
Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, okay. Definitely we just need to do this. And maybe what we should do is just make sure, like send a bunch of communication like that week or two before, and to say for anyone not using it, we encourage you to log into the desktop site to make sure you can access it this way if there are questions. Do we still have the live chat option through the overnight website, so that like if we do need to
Yes.
monitor that and help people who are stuck on the site who are like, I can't log in, then we can kind of help them that day too?
Yeah, I told
Awesome.
Sam, because Sam had asked the exact same question the other day, and I told her not to worry about it right now, just because not a lot of people have been using chat anyway.
Yeah.
And mostly the people that have been using it, which is actually kind of nice, are registered people that actually have like real questions. That are like,
Yeah.
what about this Facebook donation? So it's not super popular, the chat, but like someone can definitely advise on it.
Yeah. Well, that's totally, and it was more just like how many different
Totally.
ways can people get in touch with us, for everyone who
Yeah.
waits till the last minute and are like, where do I find the program? You know, so, and we can make sure that we put that link to MoveSpring, like to the desktop within like the participant portal and a few different places within the website. And just, you know, I mean, we may even want to just put that link there, like starting the week, like the week going into it. So like a week ahead of time. So this way people start getting familiar with where it is and kind of are able to like easily link over.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Good. Okay. That like definitely helps. That solves that problem rather than trying to embed it somewhere in Donor Drive. And then at least we know they'll constantly get the newest content.
Yeah,
Yay.
that too. Yeah.
So does anyone have any questions? Like if you're like in the app and trying to use it, or on the desktop trying to use it, like with the content or with like what we're streaming right now, is there anything like I'm missing? Because I tested this a few times by myself, so it's nice to have other eyes on it.
So one thing for me is like I'm able to get into the desktop and everything, but for some reason the app, like it's not letting me log into that.
Oh, are you doing login? Are you clicking
Am I doing
login?
login?
You actually have to
I
click
think so.
sign up.
Yeah.
Every
See, I think I
time.
realized after and tried to do that too, and it didn't work. But it could totally be user error, so I'll try it again a couple times.
Billy, you're a typical walker.
Where's my T-shirt? I'm gonna
Every
be rating
email.
for
Well, I'm
25
not
minutes.
in.
Where's
Yeah.
my t-shirt? Yeah,
Don't you wish that they would just like delete the login button
Yes.
so that
Yeah.
all you see is the sign up? Like,
Really?
because I mean that is confusing. I have to admit.
It
Like,
really is. Well, also I noticed like on their desktop site, it either says like it gives you the option to log in or sign up, but it also says like a login with SSO. So at least then you know, like, oh, like even if people don't know what that means, you could say like use this login. So I don't know why it doesn't have that option with the app.
yeah. Billy, would you like when you have time, not right now, but when you have time, like would you just try to like click sign up again, put in the AFSP code, and then try to log in through like your donor drive the SSO?
Yeah. Oh, wait. I think that was the part where I had a question. That what was the AFSP code? Because the only one I saw in the email was the staff.
Oh, it's just AFSP.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
The staff was for registering for the event, which thank you.
Got it.
It's literally just AFSP for Moose Ring.
Okay.
Wait, Aaron, so just like from what I'm understanding in this, right? So like basically the virtual programming like will be like participants will log in through MoveSpring via obviously the app or desktop, and then we'll just give them like links from there.
Yeah, so like
Right.
you're talking like day of program.
Day of program.
So basically, like, I think what we'll do ahead of time is like, I will skip, so anything that's live that we're inviting people to join on Zoom,
Okay.
I'll schedule ahead of time and I'll include those Zoom links in the emails that are like, this is the event program, join Zoom at this time.
Perfect.
So like,
Okay.
honestly, it'll probably just be the same Zoom links. We're going from the Luminaria right to your Feel Good Friday, and then it'll be a different or same Zoom link for the dance party, which is later on in the program. So I'll probably just schedule that ahead of time and include it in the news, like in the weekly, like the week or two leading up. That's like, this is going to be the Zoom you're using, but also make sure to check out MoveSpring because that's where the other content will be.
Okay. And then
Does
for
that make
that, we definitely want to do like passwords, right?
For the Zoom, yeah.
Zoom? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
good
Good.
call, good call.
Just making sure. Yeah.
Nope, good call.
Yeah, sorry. So how did you just say, how are we gonna handle like inviting people to log into Zoom live? Did you say, are we gonna like put that out, like put out invitations through the app also? Okay.
Yeah, I think we should probably do like a content push through the app, like you said, and then I'll still send like an email newsletter just the same way. Because I'm pretty sure that the people reading the emails are the people that are signing up on the app. Like I'm pretty sure it's all the same people doing the actions. You know what I mean? Not every single person, but so I will do both the newsletter the week before and the week of, and the Zoom information I can push out as content too. Does that make sense? And I can push the Zoom link out before, like the week of. It's like at this time, don't forget to join us on Zoom. But I will also create like an actual picture of the event program too, so people at least have like the times and stuff like we did last year. Yes.
So
Does that
that's
make
helpful.
sense?
I was gonna say we should definitely have like a schedule too that we can like, yeah, I like that.
Do we want to do like, I think, was it Daybreaker or something too? That would be like, here's the Zoom link and we'll give you the password like the night before or something that's like, they don't actually get the password part until a little bit closer, just so, I mean, I guess.
I'm almost a little, I'm a little afraid to do that just because I don't trust our participants.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, we can think on it. We have a little.
You mean like you don't trust that they'll be able to like figure out where the password is and they're just going to be more upset, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too. You're probably right. We'll just make sure that like what we should do is ahead of time also just put out some guidelines for like, here's what's going to be happening with the program and here's what it means if you want to attend the live Zoom event and see each other, and here's kind of like our standards and guidelines, and that like you're going to get booted out if we should probably like set it up where there's a waiting room, so we have to make sure people have like a real name, like as we're admitting them, and then we can all just kind of help also monitor what's going on, and if we need to, like, how quickly could we kick someone off a meeting?
I guess like
I don't know.
It looks like I could just go to, so like in your box, look the 3 dots at the top, it says remove.
Okay,
it says
good.
remove. So
Okay,
I'll just
perfect.
make sure to make everyone a host.
Okay.
A lot of things to remember.
Yeah, we'll walk through. As we get there, we'll kind of just look at what the settings are on Zoom. And what we can do, like, we'll make sure everybody's muted upon entry, that like people have to, like, they can't unmute themselves. We'll like to see what we can do. So this way, a lot of that I think we could set up in advance.
Okay. So create schedule, Zoom, newsletter, push, and then guidelines. Okay.
we'll have to make sure it's set where no one can share their screen. Cause I feel like that must be what happened with Tara in that time. Like, I'm like, how do you have somebody broadcasting porn? I'm like, they must have had it where like you can share your screens. Like no one
Yeah.
can share a screen. So
I was
unless
just
you're
thinking the same
actively filming porn behind you, which is a whole other thing, but like just don't want to have one of those events. So I'm just like, okay, what can we anticipate? Like, what's the worst things that can happen? So
Yeah, that's so fair. I feel like I am a little more secure with our demographic just because I feel like they are less, they don't know as much, or they're not as tech
Technologically
savvy.
inclined.
I can hope. Well, and also I think with
but
this
just in
event where
case.
like everyone had to pay to register and like it's only going to registered participants, like we're not going to be putting this on like Facebook groups and whatever else, you know, I think that will kind of help. I mean, I would imagine that like most people who are coming in for this event will be responsible. And like you said, if anything, a little bit less technically savvy, so they won't even know like how to turn on their camera, let alone broadcast something else.
Literally so true. Okay, all right. So I feel good about this. Do you guys feel good about this?
I feel good about it. I'm excited. I think it's we're in a good spot. It's coming right along.
Yeah, and I just got a notification, new content posted in your challenge.
Oh,
Me
awesome.
too.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
says overnight.
yay.
So
Oh my
it's kind of
God.
late, but yeah, it's a little late, but still.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, that's
Great.
great because then whatever we do, like at the beginning too, like hopefully if people forget or don't realize it, they'll get that and then, you know, be able to tune in for other pieces of content.
Yeah. Yay.
Sweet.
All right, that's good.
I love it.
Great. Thank you all for your help testing. And I scheduled those weekly overnight chats. So it's every Wednesday, and then the last one, the week of the overnight, is Thursday, because we have the all staff meeting. So on those, we can like figure out whatever we need to figure out and probably just start testing then.
Sweet.
Thank you all very much.
All right. Thank you. It's